The United States has approved a $650 million sale of air-to-air missiles to Saudi Arabia in what will be the Biden administration's first major weapons deal with the Gulf Kingdom. In a statement on Thursday, the Pentagon said the U.S. State Department approved the sale to help Riyadh counter current and future threats. This proposed sale will support the U.S. foreign policy and national security of the United States by helping to improve the security of a friendly country that continues to be an important force for political and economic progress in the Middle East. And that's according to a statement by the Pentagon. The sale comes months after President Joe Biden said he would end U.S. support for Saudi Arabia's offensive operations in Yemen, including relevant arms document sales. And Global Affairs Analyst Nweke joins me now from Belgium to speak more on this. Good to have you join us, Nweke.
Thank you, Precious, for having me.
So this is coming as some sort of a shock for a lot of people. I'm sure you followed Biden during his campaign days. He really did criticize the Saudi Arabia's role in the war in Yemen. And he also criticized Saudi Arabia over the killing of Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist. And he did talk about ending the sale of arms to Saudi Arabia. So what do you make of this new move by the Biden administration?
I think it's important to analyze very clearly the position that Biden had taken during his campaign to be president and even up to recently. What he ruled out specifically is offensive act by Saudi Arabia in Yemen. Now, it had nothing to do with defensive operations. Now, the arms sales, the weapon sales that we are talking about right now, the 650 million, arms sale, air-to-air defenses, has to do with equipment needed to defend Saudi Arabia in case of an attack, and attacks have been increasing in recent months from Yemen, the Houthi rebels. So he has not quite contradicted himself, but he also made clear that diplomacy will always take priority, and there have been, some moves from his administration to keep both sides engaged diplomatically to be able to find ways of resolving it. But he feels very strongly about these sales because it also helps to protect U.S. forces there in Saudi Arabia, but also over 70,000 United States citizens that are resident in Saudi Arabia. These are their justifications for these particular arms sales.
And there are those who think that it is one and the same, whether they're defense or offense weapons, and they think that this is just a move to fuel the defense sector in the U.S. But talk to us in general what you think that this would mean for the U.S. role in ending the war in Yemen.
Well, one will imagine, based on feelers that have been coming out of Pentagon, but also, some movements in that region from officials of Biden administration, that what the Biden administration has, opted to do is essentially a two-track approach. On the one hand, diplomacy, getting both sides to talk. He has dispatched his special envoy to the region to continue to hold talks with Yemeni government, but also civil society organizations and international partners that are positioned there. The National Security Advisor is known to have also had a recent meeting with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and I believe that it couldn't have been for any other reason than to ensure that the ceasefire that Saudi Arabia had put on the table sometime in March this year, which was promptly rejected by Houthi rebels in Yemen, is brought back alive, and then negotiations starting so that ultimately there will be a ceasefire. But they do not want to mix that effort up with selling arms to Saudi Arabia to defend themselves, which they feel very strongly as part of their foreign policy in terms of helping to beef up the defense of a friendly country.
And we'll see how this plays out and how Republicans will react to this. It's quite a controversial one, but thanks for talking to us. Global Affairs Analyst Collins Nweke.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.